Alright guys, I've been asking for sound file on some of the new turkey pot calls. This is the Blood series for Obsession TV and Nor'easter Game Calls. It's a great looking call, great sounding call. It is prickly pear cactus that has been soaked in Alumilite resin. It's dyed red first, and you can see it, great looking call. Their logo with my logo has also been laser etched on the glass, but it's on the back side of the playing surface, so it's not in your way. It'll always stay there. If you want to sand a little more surface area, you can. You shouldn't have to with this call. You've got plenty of playing surface. It's got a glass soundboard as well. We've got our holes in the back. Custom striker, again, as you can see, hand turned one at a time. It's got the prickly pear cactus inside there to look like veins. Maple tip striker with my logo on the striker as well. So let's get a little sound file going so you can get an idea what it sounds like. Alright, that kind of gives you a general idea what it's going to sound like. Again, these calls have a ton of tone in them, depending on your calling. So if we go right to the outside of this call, and then we can go all the way to the center of the call. Again, good for purring as well. Again, great sounding call. So the other series that we did is called the Thin series. Now this Thin series is basically just a slate playing surface with their logo etched inside of the slate. We've got at least half a playing surface on top of this call, made out of the same stuff. That's a prickly pear cactus that was dyed red and then soaked in the Alumilite resin. Beautiful looking call. Same thing, it's going to come with a custom striker that matches. That's again, hand turned. So this one's a little different sound because we have no soundboard inside this one. As you can see, it's quite a bit thinner than what this other call was. A little different tone, but a great sounding tone. So let's do a little sound file on that as well with the slate. So there's a sound from just a slate, no soundboard. Again, Thin series, Alumilite resin with the prickly pear cactus. Again, gorgeous call. Same thing with this call. You can play all the way to the outside, all the way to the center. They're a very loud call as well. So I just want to give you that sound file, give you a heads up on what these are going to sound like. So follow Obsession TV on Instagram and also YouTube. Nor'easterGameCalls.com is where you can find these calls. They're up for sale now. Follow me on Instagram at Nor'easter Game Calls. And again, stay tuned on what else is going to come out of this shop. Appreciate it. Thank you. Alright guys, I just want to give you a quick sound file on the new Outdoor Drive podcast outdoor series turkey pot call. These things are pretty amazing. Basically what it comes down to is this is stuff that I found in the woods. It's natural ingredients. We've got birch bark. We've got some deep wood ferns inside there. Oak leaves, maple leaves, more moss. Again, just a beautiful looking call. The strikers are custom done by me as well, one at a time. And that is true. They've got birch bark, moss, ferns. I mean, a little bit of everything inside there. Again, each one is handmade one at a time by me right here in the shop. So this has a half-blasted glass playing surface, glass soundboard. Their logo is etched on the top of the playing surface on the back side. So you don't have to worry about destroying the logo. It's got my logo and theirs, as you can see. Again, beautiful call. So let's give an idea what it sounds like. All right, so it gives you a little bit of an idea. Also, with a half blasted surface, you can play this call all the way out on the edge for a different tone. And we can move all the way to the center. Just an awesome sounding call. They really do. They sound great. There's no reverberation inside the call. We've been about 3 years trying to perfect this right down to the sound so that no matter where you go on the call, it sounds good. No matter what tip striker you use, it sounds good. This happens to be a maple tip. So while we were at it, we decided to do a different series as well. Still in the outdoor series for the Outdoor Drive podcast. This one is slate only. It's got their logo and mine on the top. And this is Deep Woods moss. So the whole call is made out of moss. And it's very unique. Looks great. Again, slate only, no soundboard inside this one. And as you can see, the size differential in the two. This thin series is about 2/3 what this other pot call is. So we get a little different tone that comes out of it. Still a great sounding tone. It also is going to come with a custom striker that is basically got moss inside the head of the striker. And again, these are all done one at a time by me. And as you can see, there's the moss inside of the striker. Kind of a cool feature. Maple tipped. My logo on it as well. So let's give you an idea what these are going to sound like. Alright, so that gives you a little bit of an idea what that sounds like. Again, with a slate surface, very easy to play, especially for beginners if they're just learning a pot call. Same thing with this call. We can go all the way to the outside edge of this call. All the way to the center of the call. Again, good for purrs. All right, so there it is. That's the Outdoor Drive podcast, Nor'easter Games Calls, Outdoor Series, Slate Top, Deep Wood Moss. All right, so there it is, again with custom striker. So this is a very limited run. I may only get probably 6 or 7 of each style done, maybe a dozen tops. So get them while they're available. Follow the Outdoor Drive podcast on YouTube, Instagram. You can find me on Instagram under Nor'easter Game Calls and also on YouTube. And you can find these for sale at nor'eastergamecalls.com. Just select Outdoor Drive and you'll see all of the calls that they have available. Again, I appreciate it. Stay tuned for what else comes out of the Nor'easter Game Calls workshop. Appreciate it. All right, now let's give some sound files on these brand new Urban Archery NYC turkey pot calls. These are absolutely gorgeous. Cliff and I got together and we decided to collaborate on making a turkey pot call for him for his first time. These are all done in his logo colors. So as you can see, we've got the beautiful red, the white, and then pearl black on the back. And these are gorgeous. They sound just as well as they look. So again, his logo is printed on the glass soundboard. We have a half blasted glass surface. They're going to come with a custom striker as well with his logo colors. And again, they're all hand done one at a time by me. Same with the turkey pots, one at a time. So it's going to be a very limited run, probably a dozen calls, and that's it for this season. Great sounding call. So let me give you an idea what this sounds like outside. All right, so that gives you a little bit of an idea, a little breezy today, but at least you can hear it outside echoing off the woods and not inside the shop. All right, so we also came up with another call as well. This one's called the Thin Series. This one's a slate playing surface, no soundboard. His logo and my logo is etched right into the top of the call. This is a little different sounding call, and as you can see, there's definitely size differential between the two. So with this Thin Series, basically with just a slate playing surface, a little different tone, a little easier to play because it's slate, and a lot of people do it slate instead of the glass. So let's give you an idea what this call sounds like. right, so it gives you an idea on the slate call what the sound is. Again, on these calls, you can play them all the way out to the edge. And then you can come all the way into the center. So there's plenty of room to play depending on your playing style, where you hold the striker. If you're up high on the striker, down low on the striker, you can change the tone as well. Again, great looking call. So follow Urban Archery NYC on Instagram. You can find me at nor'eastergamecalls.com. You can also find me on Instagram under Nor'easter Game Calls, YouTube as well. Follow him, follow me. You'll never know what's going to be coming out the shop. So again, very limited supply, so get yours while you can. I appreciate it. Stay tuned for what else comes out of the Nor'easter Game Calls shop.